This is an Unsolicited Perspectives YouTube exclusive.
All right, Jay. And also another continuation from the podcast episode. We got to talk about this Kanye situation. Now,
first, I didn't know he was married to Bianca Censori, so I don't keep up with Kanye whatsoever.
Right.
So I didn't even know that was a thing, but okay.
So for the people that don't understand, let me give you a brief background. Kanye West and his wife generated significant attention in 2025 Grammys and the after parties, primarily due to his wife's attire and West's, his actions.
Mm-hmm.
He was nominated for the Best Rap Song Carnival, which I hate to admit it, that song is dope.
Never heard it.
I don't want to listen to Kanye, but somebody was playing it in the background. I didn't know it was Kanye. And I was like, what song is that? And I heard that song and I was just like, he makes hits. That's one thing that he can do is make hits. He didn't win the award, but he was seated inside. But the controversy was, about when he appeared on the red carpet, Bianca, his wife, took off her long black fur coat and revealed a completely sheer mini dress, leaving very little to the imagination. There was no imagination. That sheer dress was see-through. You could see her boobs.
Yeah.
I saw them. And they are beautiful. But you saw them. There was some discrepancy as if he was asked to leave. He said that he left on his own accord and he did all of this for a publicity stunt. He was bragging about it later in social media, saying that his wife was the most Google person on the planet and that he beat the Grammys. Very Trumpian with some of his responses. This stunt could have cost him a $20 million concert deal in Tokyo, as it was seen as disrespectful for the Japanese culture. So before I get into Bianca's background, I just wanted to get your thoughts on the constant, I don't know what the right word is, but the constant exploitation of his wife's body.
Mm-hmm.
He could never get away with this with Kim. Kim has, I don't want to say self-respect because I don't know Bianca, but Kim had a way of telling him no. And that's the reason why they're not together anymore. But Bianca has decided that, this is her husband. This is what he wants. So she's going to do it. And my question is this an abusive relationship?
That's a good question. So Kanye did style Kim a lot, and had her out in some dumb things that just didn't look good. Honestly, I don't believe he has much of a sense of style. I don't know what the obsession is with Kanye and fashion. Like, he made some $800 t-shirts that you could pick up at the grocery store. Like, I don't understand, y'all. But
they were madness t-shirts. Okay, let's be real. If you were from the DC area in the 90s, his t-shirts were nothing but madness t-shirts. And the madness t-shirts just had a bunch of holes in them, was torn, and that's all it was. That's what it was.
Yeah. I don't know if it's an abusive relationship. I don't know what the inner workings are of their, relationship. If this was a situation where she didn't want to do this and he's like, you're the wife of Kanye West and this is what I want you to wear. Also, she kind of looks like if Kim and like Doja Cat had a baby. Like, she does actually what she looks like to me. But
when they first got married, everybody talked about he just got himself a fake Kim.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's if he said it was just for like a publicity stunt, because he put on X, anyone who calls my wife's Grammy look a stunt is dumb and lame.
But he also said that it was also a stunt.
He says she's been dressing naked for 2 years now. All of a sudden, it's a stunt. I wish they had her bravery, body, platform, and access to money and a husband that supports their personal expression. there are a lot of things that had to converge for this moment to happen.
He is right. She has been doing this for 2 years, but this is not. If you take a look at her background, and look, everybody evolves and changes and takes different paths in life. And I'm not judging for her path. I just don't know if this is a situation where he's manipulating her or not. And so I had to figure out, like, what is she? And then I started getting feedback from other people. It's like, oh, she used to be a model. And I was like, she was? Was she a well-known model or no? And I was like, oh, she's addicted to his fame because everybody wants to be famous now, whether it's social media famous or Insta famous or what have you. And then I found out, well, no, she was never a model. What she was she has a master's degree in architecture and even worked in architecture in some like really important areas in basically Australia. She's from Italian descent, went to a Baptist high school and graduated. Like, she's more accomplished in education than any woman that he has ever dealt with. And not to say that women in education can't also show off their bodies and things of that nature. And I'm not judging her for showing off her body. My question is always, is this her or is this him manipulating her for her fame? She didn't come from money like what he has. Kim had money.
Yeah.
Right? Kim got her own money, which means that he could dress her, but he didn't dress her like this. He didn't have absolute complete control. And what I mean by that is, one of my friends' family members is getting married. And he's like 7 years older than the woman that he's getting married to. And some of the things that's going on as they're getting ready to get married aren't making sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
And the person that is getting married, the guy used to date women that were his age and older, but he didn't like the fact that basically he couldn't control anything. He's the breadwinner now in this relationship. He dictates what is being done in the household, and that's what he likes. And I told my friend, that's a really insecure individual.
Yes.
Extremely insecure.
Whenever I hear anyone, man or woman, talking about, I only date tenderonis, I only date youngins. That immediately is a red flag to me that you have control issues.
So that's, he can only control Kim to a certain extent, right? So he finds this fake version of Kim, somebody who looks very similar. Marries her. And then, yes, for the last 2 years, she has absolutely been wearing outfits like this. This is not new. What's new is it was on the red carpet at the Grammys. And so then my question has to be, and I don't know the inner workings of their relationship, but the history, the pattern is leading me to believe abusive relationship.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know. It could also, somebody, let me see if I can find the quote actually. Lenora Tannenbaum, author of Sexy Selfie Nation, Standing Up for Yourself in Today's Toxic Sexist Culture, told USA Today, quote, Censori's naked dress shifted attention toward her body and away from West's identity as someone with a history of odious, hate-filled comments and behavior, diverting attention from his behavior while showcasing his identity as an alpha male with a sexy wife serves only his advantage. So I agree with that. And I mean, maybe she didn't, or he didn't specifically do it like being cognizant of, I'm trying to divert attention, but it definitely feels like the only person who that served was him.
Yes, that's what I mean. The benefit goes to him, not to her.
Yeah.
Well, okay, look.
But at the same time, I am a feminist and I believe a woman can wear what she wants. But you should be in control of it. You should be wearing the outfit. It shouldn't be wearing you. And so when all of us are seeing it and we're getting the feeling that maybe you're not fully in control of the image that you're putting out right now, then we got questions.
Don't get me wrong. I I try to be a feminist as well, and this is her decision. I absolutely support it. I really support it because
A beautiful woman, amazing
woman.
body. So
Fantastic
I
body.
get it. And it's not like people have not worn controversial things. I mean,
That's
Rihanna
right.
wore a dress where her boobs were out too. Like,
Yeah, I'm not upset with that.
I don't remember if it was for the Grammys. It might not have been for the Grammys, but Little Kim's pasty outfit.
I
Like
think that
it's
was a
not.
VMAs.
That was probably the VMAs because I know the Grammys has a yes, it leaves it up to the artist's interpretation, but it is essentially supposed to be black tie. So yeah, that was for the VMAs, but it's not like people haven't worn transparent or see-through things, right? It's because it's the pairing of it with Kanye and what we know about him that makes it all highly suspect. So don't know.
Yeah, it was just a question. I just wanted to make people go, And on that note, that was a YouTube exclusive.
Join the conversation and follow the Unsolicited Perspectives podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your audio podcasts.